Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Graham. I should be using voice mod. Day. Anyway, good morning. My name is Graham Day. I'm joined by the man that we call Bibby. How are you doing, Bibby? That was Bibby, by the way. Bibby.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Obviously, I've spoke to you before we went live about the pain that I'm currently feeling. Not going to go into too much detail, but I injured myself in football last night, so I'm in a great deal of pain.
In the balls.
But apart from that,
sorry.
in the balls, literally, like I was saying to Graham, in 20 years of playing football, I've never once pulled a muscle. I've been injured, I've shoulders popped out, I've been hacked down, I've had my fucking legs being taken from me and stuff like that. So I've had injuries, rolled ankles, the lot. I have never once pulled a muscle, and last night I pulled a muscle. Usually I'd warm up before I play. Last night there was no warming up. They would just kick a few balls at a goalkeeper in the net. So I am currently in a lot of pain. I'm just hobbling around the house. But yeah, apart from that, Graham, I would absolutely love to talk about some video games today.
Nice. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. No pulling muscles, and especially not like that. I know you guys. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Put the mouse back in the house. There's a family show. Anyway, welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. As I mentioned, my name is Graham. This is Bib. We are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true ice creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast. Even if we do say so ourselves, we are here to give you our thoughts and our impressions on the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. Want your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions? If you are live in the chat, please do get involved. We go live on Twitch Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. ish. 10 a.m. ish. We go live at 10 a.m. ish, and I say ish repeatedly because it's 11:41. It's 11:41. So yeah, we go live at 10 a.m. ish each and every single weekday. The time fluctuates because we work in video games and we have to do the worky stuff first. So once we get all that stuff out of the way, we can start. So usually it's about 11, but whatever, it's just 11, half 11, something like that. But yeah, anyway, 10 a.m. ish each and every single weekday on Twitch. If you're in the chat, please do get involved because we turn this live stream into a podcast, a video that goes on YouTube, and an audio podcast that goes on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. So there's lots of people that enjoy this content live on Twitch, but lots of people that enjoy it on demand. You guys live with us do get the opportunity to share your voice on behalf of those people that do watch and listen on demand. And if you are watching or listening on demand, hey, how you doing? If you're on YouTube, hit a like, drop a comment, say, Bibby, nice grind strain, mate. Yeah, lads. But or whatever. I mean, you can talk about the stories if you want, because we do have some spicy stories to go through. Before that, though, first of all, if anybody is in the chat, does somebody want to just type !loot drop? And on that, we still haven't decided. Does anybody have a suggestion for this month's loot drop? Obviously, you guys are the subscribers. We pick things that we think are cool for us that you guys might like as well. So we've had some stuff like select your own game or win Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Cyberpunk. Last month, Stepbro, aka Aratrax, also aka Asim Tanvir, chose to win a copy of Ratchet & Clank for the PS5. From our selection. Is there anything specific that you guys would like to see? One of Bibby's Lambos. Maybe not that.
It's a raffle. You can have a ticket for £1,000.
I mean, I was thinking of throwing in, you can see one just behind me. I think of throwing in another ICU jersey in just so we can get some more jerseys out for the boys. Jersey. Throw some more jerseys out for the boys. But yeah, I don't know. Is that something you guys would want to see? Feel free to let me know. Let us know. If we don't get suggestions, then I think that's what we'll do. Because there is only, let me see, when is it? Is it just over a week-ish? So a week on Monday.
It's not next week, it's a week after.
Yeah, Monday 5th. That is when it will be drawn. ICU sports shirt would be nice. Oh, well, there we go. Maybe that's it then. We'll give away an ICU esports jersey. Nice. That's decided.
Has anyone in the chat actually got one?
Mr. Garlic Clark has got one.
He won one last time, didn't he?
Garlic and Precision. They won them when we've given away previously. But yeah, Bacon Chin says, I really want one. Okay, we'll do that. We'll give away an ICU esports jersey. Customized with your own name and number if you want, or completely plain if you also want. Do let us know if you win. As well as that, shout out to ! voice mod. You've probably heard it. I haven't tested to see if it's actually working. Let me have a quick look at Wavelength. Yeah, it seems like it might be okay. I haven't actually tested this, but
I can hear it.
I will give up. It wasn't quite working properly on my stream deck. Bibby got it fine, but I'll take his word for it. Anyway. As well as that exclamation mark, insert coin if you want to get yourself some merchandise from the world's best merchandisers. Check them out. So today's stories are Marvel's Avengers. Anybody still playing it? Anybody want to play it? Anybody want to stream it? Nice. Well, do not stream the game, because if you do, you could be leaking. You could be doxing yourself, giving out your own personal information on stream. We'll tell you all the information of what that is. Elsewhere, Electronic Arts confirms EA Play Live pre-show start time and the event host. As well as that, Battlefield 2042's Battlefield Hub will let you play remastered versions of classic maps. Fun times. And then finally, the Overwatch crossplay beta is live. We'll jump through all those stories, but we're going to start off with Marvel's Avengers news. Before that, though, can we get some love in the chat for Next Gen Base, who have just subscribed to the channel using Twitch Prime / Prime Gaming, whatever you want to call it. Thank you very much, Next Gen Base. Yeah, do you know what? Because of that, you can see this achievement unlocked. Stay frosty. Yeah. Look at that bad boy. That, by the way, custom game Xbox achievements. You can get them from there you go. Bibby's put the link already in the chat. Exclamation mark 3D. Take you straight through. Check it out. 3D impressions you get. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate you. Did mention, though, the first story is that Marvel Avengers is a little bit of a security risk. Yeah, fun times. Let me jump into the split screen so we are cushy. And there we go. Tom Ivan at VGC says the latest Marvel Avengers patch is displaying players' IP addresses on screen. Yikes. Crystal Dynamics says it's urgently investigating the bug and warns players not to stream the game. The latest Marvel Avengers patch has introduced a bug which displays sensitive player information on screen, including the user's IP address. Patch 1.8.0 launched on Tuesday, introducing new villain Monica and the Cosmic Threat event alongside the bug, which also reportedly shows the player's username. We're aware of the issue where a floating string of text appears on the screen and are investigating, Crystal Dynamics tweeted following the update's release, later adding, please refrain from streaming the game for now if you're experiencing this issue. We will update when this issue has been resolved. It also tweeted the following in response to a concerned user. We apologize for this bug. The team is on it and urgently investigating. Thank you for reporting this to us so quickly. Update. Crystal Dynamics has suggested that the issue is limited to PS5 players and said that it intends to release a hotfix on Wednesday around 2 p.m. BST. So that should be coming later on today. There's a bunch of notice cookie preference stuff in the chat. I'm assuming that's tweets. Nice. They're not there for me. Forbes reporter Paul Tassi published a screenshot showing what the bug looked like in action with the sensitive information blacked out. Honestly, this is one of the worst bugs I've ever heard of, Tassi wrote. People getting a hold of your IP address can cause all manner of havoc with your internet connection with DDoS attacks or potentially get their hands on other information. I don't know what the other string of numbers that appears alongside it due to this bug is, but I imagine that can't be good either. Yikes. So yeah, if you're a Marvel Avengers player, do not stream the game. Just leave it for now. Leave it until 2 p.m. this afternoon and you can fix it there. So it's good. It's good that it has been recognized and patched so quickly. But yikes, that is a huge security risk. Babe, what are your thoughts?
First of all, I had to listen to that entire article being read in your voice mod voice because you didn't turn it off, and I didn't want to ruin your momentum as you was going through it. So that was fantastic.
GG's, babe.
Second of all, this is an absolute shocker, isn't it? This is a genuine shocker. I mean, looking in the chat, everyone's obviously making the same obvious joke, is that, all three of these people who are still playing this game now have their addresses plastered on the internet, which is absolutely true. Still, this isn't a massive yikes. This might be one of the, who was it that mentioned it? Scroll down. Paul Tass is saying it's one of the worst bugs that I've ever heard of and seen. Absolutely, I fully agree. If there's one way to give your address and all your other personal information out there in one go, just release your IP address, and then you'll be able to get all sorts of things being delivered to your door or hacked or whatever else. So yeah, this is an absolute shocker. There is literally no way that you can go, well, they needed a bit more time, or there's no way that you can spin it. This is a shocker. This is a huge oversight.
I don't know if that's working because I can't hear it coming through the stream. So I don't know. Me doing voice on voices might just be for the benefit of Bib rather than the stream. God damn it. But yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. And do you know what? Fair play to them. They've just they haven't kind of acknowledged how bad it could be, but they have acknowledged that they don't stream the game. So they have acknowledged that it needs fixing, and you can see that by the fact that they have a hot fix already working its way through. It's not, thankfully, it's not for a lot of players because it's only for PS5 users, and there's not many of them in the world because. So yeah, it could be a lot worse. Not that it's good at all, but it's good that leads to a small number. Not all users are affected, and not all PS5 users are affected. It's only PS5 users, but not all of them. So, okay, that helps. Just be careful with the game for now. Next Gen Base says, thought we were already subbed. Bloody Twitch Prime weren't linked, was it? Yeah, mate. But I appreciate it anyway. Late or not, thank you very much. It doesn't matter. You didn't have to do it, but we appreciate you. Iceman says, people were still playing this? As you said, Gary says, those 3 people's IP addresses will be all over the internet now. Mr. T says, finished the main story of this early this year when I picked it up for 20 quid. That was good. No desire to continue with the live service stuff, though. Good morning, Lake. How you doing? In response to Mr. T, Next Gen Base says, agreed, story was great, felt like it was nixed early to jam the live service stuff. Tito says, agreed, the live service aspect has always felt tacked on. And then says, I went through a maxed Iron Man, but didn't feel the need to keep going for other characters. The end game content is just too repetitive. Gary says, I thought Crystal Dynamics made this and not the ESA. Yikes. Leak your data. Okay, the E3 2019 patch. Yikes! Yeah, happy that Guardians is not live service. So are they not doing any of the live service content for Guardians then? Because if that's the case, I missed that because I was still unaware of where Guardians was going. I assumed it would be almost a rinse and repeat with the story and then having live service stuff on the end of it. That's good to know. Nice.
You can only play as Star-Lord as well. But they may bring out some DLC later on that you're able to play as the other one, as the other characters. But no, as far as I'm aware, from everything that I've read and I've come across, it is genuinely just you play as Star-Lord in a single-player experience game. I don't think you can play multiplayer.
Okay, well, I'm happy with that. That's a good move for me because I don't feel like everyone would agree. I'm saying I don't feel like none of us would feel like the live service was really needed for Avengers. It didn't really add anything. Didn't really, other than the ability to spend more money for longer. It didn't really give the quality content. So if we're just focusing on storytelling, tell stories, and you will encourage people to give up their hard-earned cash. If you tell a good enough story, people will listen to that story over and over again for the rest of their lives. We've seen that with so many other games. So focus on the story and let the story lead the way. Nothing wrong with planning in the finances around that. Obviously, you're a business. You want to take money off people. As militant as that sounds, that's the core of business. But there's nothing wrong with planning those bits in, but making those be the overwhelming majority of the content that's not the way.
You need, for a live service game, you need to keep on making sure that you're making something or creating something that keeps on bringing people back. And the Avengers thing is the biggest fall of that. They've made a live service game, but none of the things that make you want to boot the game up every single day. Like you got battle royales that do daily challenges and stuff like that. They are tedious. They are stupid, dumb. They may not even be that achievable. It'll be ones that you may have to play for 2 or 3 hours to be able to get it. But at least there is something there every single day that you flick it on. And I just don't get that vibe from Marvel Avengers. It's just rinse and repeat, same old missions, and you just get different power-ups and maybe potentially different armor and stuff like that. I'm going to go through the exact same kind of game later on with Dark Alliance. That is a rinse and repeat game at its absolute finest. But I know what I'm expecting from that, and I'm probably going to be mildly disappointed. But from all the reviews that I've seen from that, I know this is a completely different tangent. they all say the same thing, so I know exactly what it is that I'm going in for. I just want to try it out for myself.
If anyone had missed any of the previous mentions of this, by the way, D&D Dark Alliance came out yesterday, and Bibby will be playing that straight after this stream today. So feel free to stick around after the scoop. We'll obviously go off like we usually do to get stuff set for the YouTube exports and so on, but then we'll jump back on with D&D Dark Alliance. Have you figured it out? Are you jumping in with Tito a little bit later on, or are you just kind of like gonna just wing it and see how you get on?
Yeah, so I'm going to play this probably on my own unless anyone else is in the chat later when I go live. But Tito said that he's ready. I mean, I'm going off information that he gave me. I think it was last Friday. He's in the chat now, obviously. But yeah, I'll be jumping back on later on this evening, potentially. I'm definitely going live after this for probably 2, maybe 3 hours. I have to keep on muting my mic because I've got my gardeners outside, so I apologize if you're hearing like a lot of chainsaws and shit. They're sorting the trees out and that. But
I keep seeing you touching the capacitive mute kind of thing.
Yeah, just to obviously keep them nice to a minimum. These Elgato mics can pick up everything. Do you know what I mean? They're fantastic.
Nice.
No,
Good.
hashtag not spawn.
Yes, I mean exclamation mark Elgato, but it's not a spawn, by the way. It's just an appreciative, gifted kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, I just need to go and get my Xbox from downstairs and plug it in up here. That's it. It was already pre-installed. It was already all good to go. I hadn't even booted it up yet. I had the opportunity to yesterday, but I didn't. Saving it for you guys.
If anyone heard my mic echoing a little bit then, by the way, that was because I restarted my stream deck whilst Bibby was talking to see if I could get my voice mod working, but it sounds like it's doing that echoey thing the other day, so I think I need to kill more bits.
Because I can do this, and that sounds okay, but maybe a bit echoey.
Oh, we've lost a bit. Is that echoing for you guys? Obviously, that's not my normal voice. This should be my normal voice, but it's echoey. It is for me. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's jump back through the comments. Yeah, Guardians happy that. Oh no, we did that bit. Nice. Guardians not live service. High five. Well, it's live service in terms of more story DLC. All up for that. Yeah, exactly. Agree. Not sure if Gary Clark joke is funny because 3 playing the game or because about 3 people have actually managed to get a PS5 on their hands. That's factually incorrect. There's probably about 8 because there's more than 3 in this chat. So yeah, there you go. Just amazed they somehow managed to fuck up the Avengers. It's the Avengers. I know. So baffling that something that's such a nailed on IP with so much content, so many angles that you can take it from just looking at the MCU, forgetting the entire comic book history, and it's literal storytelling. It comes from literal stories, books, and comics. There is nothing more storytelling than stories, and they managed to fuck that up in the chase for live service, which is it just shows you it's a simple decision early in the chain that just leads to a complete misdirection. I have the Marvel Avengers game, and it's still in its wrapper. That's Gary's Graham Cyberpunk moment. I just reach over and grab Cyberpunk out of the drawer, and it's still. Do you know what? I'm gonna do it. That's it. You've started it. I don't know which drawer it's in now though because I've done my reshuffle. I don't know. Oh, there it is. There you go. There, yeah, still in its wrapper. Shakes fist at CD Projekt. God damn it. Iceman says, I know nothing like the old British TV series. The Avengers. I was like, what the fuck? But I get you now. Yeah, absolutely not. Completely got the wrong one. Good morning, Mr. Bearded Edge. He says morning. How you doing? How's things? Not been in for a while. You been busy? Or have you just fallen out with us? Because, I mean, not that you have to be here at all, but you absolutely have to be here every day, front and centre, bright and sprightly. But yeah, fine, whatever. Good morning. Tina says, I played a single level, Bibby. I'm guessing this is D&D Dark Alliance. I didn't hate it, but the random I dropped in speedran it. Might be able to jump in for a bit if I take an early lunch. Bibby needs to dust it down and give it a once-over with WD-40 to remove the rust off his Xbox.
No, to be fair, I use the Xbox quite a lot. It's in the front room. So Samantha's been playing a lot of House Flipper recently. So I've just been booting up the Xbox and playing whatever. I mean, I've been going through Dead Space again. Fantastic game. But yeah, I play my Xbox probably at the moment more than I play my PS5, to be honest.
I use my Xbox every day. My Xbox One S, which is my Twitch box. every day to watch.
Did you get a notification from me yesterday? Actually,
Was it yesterday? I don't know. I went into my notifications because I had messages, but they were like, "Hi, thank you for our game that we played at that time. My name is HotGirl666. Join me at this whatever website, 18 plus only." And I just went deleting, so I could have had a message from you, but I just binned off loads of shit, so I don't know. I don't get the pop-ups usually. What have you been sending me? I'm gonna open up my. I'll do it in a bit. I'm gonna open up my Xbox app. Anyway, Tito says, "Asking Upwards, did you miss my request for this month's giveaway? I want a signed commemorative photo for the 2021 Man City Champions League trophy win Kappa." To which Bibby responds with, "No, it flew across the screen alongside the tumbleweeds." Oh, Mr. T says, "I downloaded Dark Alliance just for curiosity's sake." Ooh, Tito says, "You jumping in with us?" Shotgun, I call Brunor. There you go. Nice. Aston says, "Probably not until after work. If you're on, I don't mind. I'll let the bib know." Nice. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Style.
Bibby's username is HotGirl666. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Callum says, "Just been really busy. I don't care if you've started a new job, Callum. I don't care. Ice Cream Uploads comes now. I'm joking. Congratulations. Yeah. How's work? Is it good?
Congratulations.
Is it one of those jobs where you're like, fuck yeah, got rid of the old one, whoop, whoop, whoop? Or is it one of those jobs where you're like, oh, fuck, this is not what I expected? Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's a good busy. GG's. GG's. But anyway, jumping back, Marvel Avengers has security issues. I'm not going to slap the shit out of Square Enix for this because I don't... Well, Crystal Dynamics, should I say. I don't feel that would be nice. Also, they actually provided us with a code for this, by the way. I just want to mention that now because I don't want anyone to feel like that's the reason why I don't want to slap them. But Crystal Dynamics haven't really... I don't think I've got a bad thing against Crystal Dynamics in my book, unless someone can remind me of anything. So yes, they made a fuck up. It's a fairly easy fuck up to do. That level of data is in the game. They've just, rather than it being hidden behind the screen, it's in front of it. They're fixing it sharpish. It's getting fixed today in a few hours. So fair enough. Less than 2 hours actually. That fix will be out. So GG's. It's a shit mistake. A big one. You came out with the right messaging. You fixed it. Just don't let it happen again. Jobs are good. And so if you are planning on streaming Marvel's Avengers today, why? But then beyond that, don't. Not until after 2 o'clock. But why would you be streaming Marvel's? I'm joking. But so yeah, GG's on the quick fix. Yikes on the initial heartbreak with the messaging, but it's good. It's good. We'll let bygones be bygones. It's all whoop whoop. Nice. Callum's got a good job. Yeah.
Style.
Okay, next bit of news. Do you want to find out a little bit about EA Play, babe?
Do you know what, Graham? I would love to know more about EA Play.
Well, that's funny because, surprisingly, you got the article together, but this next article speaks about exactly that. Tom Ivan at VGC says, Electronic Arts confirms EA Play live pre-show start time and event host. A Dead Space reimagining is reportedly set to be revealed at the July 22nd event. If you missed that, by the way, we had that story for you, I believe, on Monday. The EA are working on a new game from an established IP. Could it be a new Dead Space? Well, this could be where we find out. Jumping into the article, Electronic Arts has confirmed new details about its upcoming EA Play Live showcase. It was previously confirmed that EA Play Live will take place on Thursday, July 22nd, so less than a month away. And today, EA announced that the pre-show for the event will begin at 6 p.m. BST, so 6 p.m. UK time, followed by the main showcase. It's unclear how long the pre-show will last, but VGC has asked EA. The publisher also said on Tuesday that the event will be hosted by WWE star Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods. Upcoming EA games expected to feature at the event include Madden NFL 22, FIFA 22, and Battlefield 2042. Journalist Jeff Grubb recently claimed EA is set to announce a new project during EA Play Live, which will be an established IP revival from EA's Motive Studio. The story was picked up by VGC and other outlets, and Gematsu has since corroborated the report and claimed that the IP in question is Dead Space. The Dead Space series, launched in 2008, has not seen a new installment since 2013's Dead Space 3. The series developer Visceral Games was closed by EA in 2017. According to Gematsu, the the new Dead Space game will be a reimagining of the series rather than a straight sequel to the existing trilogy. So EA Play Live, July 22nd, 6 p.m. is when the pre-show starts. That kind of makes you feel that 8 p.m. is when the main show's going to start. Nice. Does anyone smell another ICU and Friends watch along? I mean,
They're literally just what I'm putting in my calendar now. Don't forget.
So
Maybe that WhatsApp group needs a new kick up the ass, but yeah, I'm excited. What about you?
Yeah, I love this. I love this. Game of Christmas. That's what I called E3, and that's still what it is for me. It's Christmas in June / July for this one. So yeah, give me more. Give me the content. I would happily I would happily sit there, let alone stream it and watch some Dead Space content being dropped. I would happily see, I don't know, what other games could we be throwing in there? I mean, obviously we'll get the sports games like the potential NHLs and the FIFAs and the Maddens and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, EA go, I mean, I was about to say EA go big with their titles, and then my mind instantly jumped forward to it's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen, and I'm thinking, oh fuck. But then again, I'm thinking that's a bit too soon. But then Jedi Fallen Order got shown long before it even had a logo at E3. So could we be starting to see some more Jedi Fallen Star Wars stuff? Because Disney have been pushing their brands out early. We've seen Indiana Jones content being pushed out early. That is Disney, right? Is it right? Lucasfilm. I'm gonna say yes.
It's all under Disney now, isn't it? Surely.
I think so. If I'm wrong, do correct. But we've seen Indiana Jones stuff. We're starting to see other games confirming, like Ubisoft, I think, confirmed Star Wars content too. So could we see some EA Star Wars content? I mean, it's fucking exciting. That's what it is. It's good. What are you hoping to see in EA Play, babe?
Just some more Battlefield stuff, to be honest, and obviously some more Dead Space things. Maybe I want to see a little bit more of the PGA game that they're going to be bringing out, because I've played quite a bit of Rory McIlroy over the last couple of weeks on Games Pass. And me stupidly thinking that they were still putting live service stuff out until the Apex Hound told me, no, it's just because you haven't played it for 5 years that the stuff on the screen says new with a new ticker on, because I've not clicked on any of it. But yeah, I've been going through a little bit of the Rory McIlroy stuff. It's a hell of a lot better than I remember it being. I don't know whether or not they obviously patched it way after I'd already got rid of it and put it to the back of my mind and started with the golf club games and moving through with those. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see what they've got to offer, because I think it's going to take a lot to be able to even compete with PGA Tour nowadays. Definitely some more Battlefield stuff. Interested to see what comes with FIFA. I don't think they'll actually have Volta this year, if I'm being honest, because I don't know how many people was playing it over the last 2 years. Obviously, I was a massive advocate for that because I thought it was one of the best modes in the game, along with pro clubs. Not many people agreed. Those. I'm just going to throw this out there now because the ESB have got a boxing game out. But do you reckon that they may have a new boxing game in the pipeline that they potentially might want to tease? I can't see it being here, but do you reckon that it might be something that we're going to see?
Do you know what? I wouldn't say no. I wasn't in my mind, but I wouldn't say no. The reason I say that is EA sits on golf forever. We've got golf. Should we make golf game? And you can imagine there's meetings, people going, let's make a golf game, and someone's going, and then along come 2K and I would say smash it out of the park, but smack it down the range. I don't know what whatever the golf phrase for that is. Hit the ball long, nice. So
fairway.
Yeah, there you go. So 2K comes, smack it down the fairway, and then the guy at EA that's going, goes, nope, they're making money, they're doing good things, people like this. We'll do this as well. Should we make a new skate game? Yeah, people like skateboarding games. Tony Hawk's comes along. Boom! Tony Hawk's Pro Skate 1 and 2 remastered. Oh, fuck, yeah. Okay, yes, we need a skate game. Nice. Should we make Fight Night Champion? Fucking literally people are asking for it. Eddie Hearn is saying he's speaking to EA to try and get a new boxing game. Esports Boxing Club comes along and signs fucking 260 athletes. Is Mr. suddenly going, actually, yes, we need a boxing game or whatever? Maybe. I mean, I do feel that the UFC stuff has probably got their attention. The team that would have been Fight Night is doing UFC stuff, but then again, EA like to stay on trend with what everyone else is doing as well. I mean, not that they only ever follow; they do a lot of innovation, but usually within parameters that are safe. And if 2K has already proved that golf is safe, and Activision has already proved that skateboarding is safe, if ESBC prove that boxing is safe, do we see EA step back? Maybe not this time, but I wouldn't tick it off. I wouldn't say it's a no show.
Well, in my opinion, I genuinely think that EA didn't pay attention to what HP Studios. They just thought it was just like an indie company that was making a golf video game. Obviously, it was a very, very good golf games. They made 3 of them, obviously before before 2K jumped in. But I think that they only started to take notice what was going on when 2K jumped aboard, and obviously the fact that we ended up streaming it and 60,000 people was watching, that obviously caught some eyes over at EA's gaff.
Yeah, to be fair, Bib, I mean, honestly, you literally just made Asim's life good and more difficult at the same time. You made it. You single-handedly made the game a success. Nothing to do with the marketing, promotion, the merchandising, or the development teams. None of that. The fact that Bibby streamed it, successful game. But the fact that Bibby streamed it means that EA saw it. So.
Well, genuinely, I honestly know there's about 20 people. I swear to God, I have never felt like an influencer in my life until I played that game, because I swear to God, there's about 20 to 25 people messaging me telling me they picked it up on the back of me streaming it. Swear to God, there's people that are still in the chat that have been there since we started streaming that game that are still here because I was streaming PGA Tour. So, do you know what I mean? I mean, Gargad was definitely one of them. 100% in before he comes into the chat and says, "No, I wasn't, Bibby." But yeah, I swear to God, I've never felt like an influencer before in my life until I started getting messages going, "That game looks sick. I'm going to go and buy it now." Do you know what I mean? So ask him if you want to do it again. You know where we are.
Yeah, I mean, the ICU Clubhouse as well. That was like banging for weeks. So yeah,
it was.
Yeah. Good morning, ads, and dropping the host as well. Appreciate the host. Thank you very much. If anyone else does want to drop a host, then feel free. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you if you do want to drop a host on the channel. Also, if you do want to hit retweet on this link that I'm about to paste in the chat as well, I'm not gonna fight you if you want to retweet that as well. I'm honestly, genuinely, do you know what? I'm gonna hit retweet on it now because I quote tweeted it. I've just retweeted it. If you want to do it, it's fine. If you don't, it's whatever. But yeah, EA Play Live, 6 p.m. It's going to start on July 22nd. Ad says FIFA will still be shit. It's Frostbite 4. Mario Golf is greater than. 2 separate messages.
I can't wait for that.
2 separate messages. One I agree with. One I will wait to see if I agree with. But yeah. Can't see them bringing back Fight Night anytime soon, says Gary. Ad says EA got Fury and AJ license for 3 years. They have 1 year left. It'll probably be rebranded and not called Fight Night. Asim says Legends. I think he's talking about me and Gagad there for having to put up with a golf stream. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine, mate. Ad says, if I think if it happens, it'll be called EA Sports Boxing or EA Sports Boxing Champion/Championship. And Gagad said, yes, I was. I bought the game on seeing Bibby playing it, and then I even subbed to ICU, and then I won some crappy game. What was it? Was it Cyberpunk that you won? I can't remember.
I think you won Cyberpunk, yeah. We give it away for 2 months straight, didn't we? Fucking regret that now.
I've still got my copy here in the cellophane, unopened. There you go. Oh, God. Yeah. Shakes fist at CD Projekt Red. Do you know, actually, every time I get that out of the drawer, I need to press the QI klaxon as well, just because. Oh, there we go. Oh, you've seen it. Okay, leave it. Dang, I want Cyberpunk, says ads. Well, you know what? If you're a sub to the channel, you can get involved in the exclamation mark loot drop every month. And then when Cyberpunk becomes good again, maybe we'll give it away every month again. We didn't plan to give it away back to back. We gave Cyberpunk away and then we gave a free choice away. And I think Spike chose Cyberpunk at that point because it was decent on PC and he just got his PC jazzed up. So he went like full in on the PC spectacle. What is that was Cyberpunk is ish kind of will potentially be Cyberpunk. Anyway, speaking of spectacles, EA Play Live 6 p.m. UK July 22nd. That's the pre-show. The main show I imagine will be 8-ish, maybe 7-ish. Does anyone want an ICU watch along? I think we do. Callum did say, where did he say? ICU hot tub watch along, maybe. Speaking of which, we do have the hot tub stream. This is not going to work because I don't have my green screen cam on, but Yeah, do you know what I need to do? I just need to turn off my cam in this and just have the hot tub. We need to get that screen animated so that we can just flick to the hot tub screen and then yeah. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I see you hot tub stream inbound ish. Maybe not. Probably not. Definitely not. But you never know. Okay, let's move forward. So, speaking about EA Play, obviously one of the games mentioned for that, and one that people would like to see a little bit more of, is Battlefield 2042. Probably the game that got me the most hyped from E3, but I think that's because of the history. A lot of people will be hyped by Battlefield. If people say, what games did I see that I liked at E3, I would probably say something like, what was it called? Was it Reloaded? Is that what it was called? The one that we thought had 2022 potentially on the name. Replaced. That's it. Replaced. That's probably my game of E3. If you take away my hands-on surefire winner, which was Battlefield. It's kind of a given for me in kind of the games that I play, and interested in Battlefield was going to be the winner. Anyway, that will be featured in EA Play, but it's also the topic of our next bit of news. Battlefield 2042's Battlefield Hub will let you play remastered versions of classic maps. Exciting. Don Peppiatt of EG247 says Battlefield 2042 will include a currently unannounced mode called Battlefield Hub that will let you visit remastered versions of series maps, according to a reliable leaker. Fans are very excited about the new Battlefield game. So excited, in fact, that EA has increased the server capacity for Battlefield 4 due to an influx of players following the Battlefield 2042 reveal. I fucking love shit like that. When fans go back and just suddenly start vibing on a game that they've not touched for like 12, 18 months kind of thing because something big's coming. Nice. But despite a pretty thorough showing off of various game modes and content coming to the cross-chain game when it launches in October, being shown back at E3... this is the longest sentence in the world. That's a sentence paragraph. Okay. But despite a pretty thorough showing off of various game modes and content coming to the cross-gen game when it launches in October, being shown back at E3 2021, fans are eager to learn about one mode that's listed as redacted on the game's website. Quote, created as a love letter to our core fans, a new way to play Battlefield is coming. Reads a short description of this mystery mode. Quote, discover unexpected battles and enter the wide universe of Battlefield with this experience. I'm going to hit play on the video, even though it's 24 minutes long. Yikes. Okay. It's just a bit of fluff content. Anyway, thankfully, respected and often correct leaker Tom Henderson has provided some context for us. Quote, Battlefield Hub is going to contain remasters of maps from old Battlefield titles, he says in a video. It's going to be maps on the Battlefield 2042 engine. The movement and stuff that like that is going to be exactly the same, but you're essentially playing on a remastered map with different weapons and vehicles from past Battlefield titles. So you can expect to have the Battlefield 2042 combat experience, but in classic series maps that can hold up to 64 players for most maps, but 128 in certain locations and on new-gen consoles in others. As per Henderson, there'll be no class system in this mode, and it aims to be the fun sandbox game mode. The Battlefield Hub is going to be the ultimate sandbox experience, this is a quote, by the way, and is going to be the fun game mode. The reason my sources described it as a fun game mode is because they say this isn't necessarily going to be a competitive experience or a balanced experience. Instead, this is going to be the ultimate sandbox experience where players are just going to be able to have fun. A Battlefield 1 tank versus a Battlefield 3 tank. Of course, none of this is confirmed by EA or DICE just yet, so take it with a pinch of salt. It all seems fairly likely, though, and Henderson has a great track record. Our first look at Battlefield 2042 gameplay was shown during the Xbox and Bethesda E3. Okay, we'll stop there. It's coming out in October. But there's a lot of content to come before then. Could we see Battlefield's Battlefield Hub being released, EA Play, July 22nd? Does this sound something you're interested in? Would you like to play classic maps in a new reimagining? What are your thoughts, babe?
Absolutely, Graham. I mean, this is unreal. This is just like the content. You know, when I was saying about the Avengers, where you have to keep on giving people something that they want to keep on coming back to play. Something like this, so you'd be able to play on different maps from different. It's unbelievable. Like I'm surprised Call of Duty haven't done something like that. I mean, they just keep on repackaging Nuketown up and releasing it as DLC every single Call of Duty game. But to have a place where people can create their own maps, or there's going to be someone who is going to, I'd say someone, that EA are going to repurpose the old maps to put into a place where people can then go and play their favorite maps in ray tracing and 4K and all the other bits that come along with it. This is mega. This is fantastic. This is giving the people what they want, and a lot of games nowadays aren't really doing that. But this is nail on the head stuff. This is going to keep people entertained. There's a reason people have gone back now to go and play Battlefield 4. I will put my ass on the line and say that genuinely was the last good Battlefield game that probably captured a lot of people's imaginations and hearts. Before that, it was obviously Battlefield Bad Company 2, in my personal opinion. But I think this could be the next big one. I think this could be the next big Battlefield if they do it right, because it takes more than just a few fancy words and a few areas for people to be able to contain their excitement for a little bit. It's got to hit all of the right notes, and I think this is the kind of thing that will definitely lead people down the right place.
I'm not doing things. This is fine.
All of the words.
And I am done. Nice. Yes, no, I agree. I completely agree. This is Call of Duty kind of has done this, but in a cash cow way, a way that led partially to one of the most disliked videos on the internet when we had advanced super duper whooper infinite filtration mega warfare or whatever the feck it was called. One of the crappy spacesuits run on walls, fucking non-boots on the ground games. Mega dislikes on that video because not only was it not what the audience wanted, not what the audience had asked for years, it was the opposite. But what they did ask for was boots on the ground. So they gave them boots on the ground in possibly one of the best versions of that, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, but they gave that as an add-on that could only be got behind the paywall of the most expensive version of the game, or one of the most expensive. They probably had some sort of like 300 quid version of the game because it's Call of Duty. So, yes, Call of Duty understands remastering maps is good. And they absolutely do understand that with Warzone because, I mean, look at Blackout. That was built out of Call of Duty maps. Look at Warzone, Verdansk, it was inspired by different areas of Call of Duty history, which is nice to see. But yeah, Battlefield, EA doing that in a way that you can do it in the game. Hopefully Battlefield Hub is not some sort of like paywall blocker and it's free to everyone that has access to whatever version of the game. I'm on board for that. If I can see some Battlefield Bad Company 2 maps in that, but fully like next-gen up, that would be incredible. I can't even remember the names of the maps from Battlefield Bad Company 2, but I remember there was one map that was kind of like a jungle-ish map, and it was when me and my mates first started to get not competitive to an esports level, but competitive for our low level. We started to have like call-outs that we could use. So there was like a little hill bit, and on one side it had like a fence, on the other side it had like a rocky bit. So fence we called fence, and the rocky bit we called mountain or whatever. So like, you know, if you're on this hill, you could get pushed from 3 or 4 different sides. So rather than going, they're coming from over there, where? Dead. It was like, all fence, 3 coming fence, okay, 2 mountain, or whatever. So we started to get actual calls. So if I could see those memories that are baked into my mind from gaming 15 years ago, but in full 4K HD next-gen goodness, fucking yes, please. Yes. But I mean, I'm on board for Battlefield 2042 anyway. If you can give me the Battlefield history that I'm aware of, then yeah, I'm not getting off that train. I'm staying on that train. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also, shout out to Ads who typed exclamation loot droop in the chat. Appreciate you and your loot droop. Gagad says loot droop should be a command. I can neither confirm nor deny that that's what I was tinkering with. So if anyone just wants to type exclamation mark loot droop, then that would be very much appreciated. Az says, are we watching along? Yes, let's go. Aspen says, I wonder where Castolo's been all this time. He's currently sat, so social distancing and lockdown and stuff. ICUFC Arena got locked down. So they're all sat there waiting to finish off their season. Don't worry, they'll be back eventually. Battlefield will flop like COD Advanced Warfare. Really? Do you think it will do? I think there's a lot of demand for Battlefield. I just hope EA has the ability to provide the content, because they are very good at content that doesn't necessarily need to be content, and that's harsh on sports games, but they can provide content based on real world environments. So upgraded players, and they can provide a really good leveling system. So you can get a gold card Messi, then you get Team of the Seasons Messi, and Team of the Year Messi, and whatever, and prime iconic moments, and so on. They can do leveling, but content regularly for games. I mean, can someone give me a good example of where EA has, if not a dedicated live service, a game that has live service elements? Are there any examples of where EA have nailed that? I mean, they could be. I just, on the tip of my tongue, there's nothing that does the Warzone. Sorry, what were you saying?
Anthem stands out again, doesn't it?
Fucking nailed it.
Not been mentioned again.
Nailed it. To a tree by its bollocks. So yeah, I hope they can. They can. EA can tell a good story. They can make some good games. Let's hope they can make a good game that makes a continued story. And I hope that this doesn't flop. Fatma Dave says, I bet Karkan will be one of the maps as it's been remade for most of the Battlefield games, even 2142. Battlefield 2042 looks amazing. Will I play it? Nope. Asim says, they eventually nailed Battlefront 2. Touche. Yes, they did. GG's. Sorry, what were you saying there, babe?
I mean, for all the hate that FIFA gets, the content that they put out every single day makes you want to keep on going back to the game. There's a reason why millions of people play it, regardless of what the players in the packs are saying percentage-wise. The amount of content that you get from a FIFA game every single day is outrageous. So, yeah, arguably, you could say that is not as a business model, but as a live service content, the fact that they give you something to go back to every single day is fantastic. Forget about the practices that they actually enforce with the amount of money that they take, with the return potentially not being as, I'd say potentially, it's not as what you'd expect with the 0.0001% chance that you're going to get a decent enough play from it. But the content side of stuff from FIFA is outrageous. I think they've nailed it from the content side.
No, I completely agree. I was just meaning so obviously FIFA is that sort of player iteration. So you're playing the game. So the content is formed around getting better players. And there is some good stuff in that's away from the better players. So like the SBCs and like the foot draft modes and things like that. So there is a lot of content in there, but it's not. It's more iterative content rather than new and storytelling-ish sort of stuff. But yeah, Battlefield, they definitely have nailed that towards the end. From the Celebration Edition onwards, by that point, they had nailed it. So yeah, they do have previous. However, they don't have previous from a storytelling perspective where they haven't made mistakes. So hopefully Battlefield comes out without any of that sort of stuff. Ad says, FIFA flops next game. Too many people, pros, aren't happy with the gameplay. If PES book their ideas up, a few may switch. I mean, that's just an ever-present conversation. That's an always. Yeah. There's always people unhappy with FIFA. Most of the people that I know that play FIFA from a content perspective do so because it's their job. Not that they don't enjoy playing FIFA, but they would like to play other things. But the nature of content creation is if you pigeonhole yourself, which is the easiest way to become profitable. So when I say that pigeonholing, I mean if you play FIFA and FIFA only, you pigeonhole yourself. But it's the best way to get traction with an audience because you're not jumping from game to game. Like ICU, if we just stuck to PUBG and we just played PUBG, we could get a core audience quite quickly. The fact that we'll play PUBG one day and then D&D Dark and Iron, literally that's what's going to be happening. We'll play PUBG yesterday. Nothing yesterday. PUBG the day before, and we're going to be playing D&D Dark Alliance today. I mean,
playing tomorrow, Graham.
Yeah, we're back on PUBG tomorrow. So exactly. So the fact that we jump around and stuff isn't the greatest for channel growth. But we don't do it just for channel growth. We do it because we want to enjoy ourselves and we want to play what we want to play, and we want people to enjoy what we're enjoying at the same time. If they don't want to see PUBG, they can drop off. If they don't want to see D&D, they can drop off, and that's really good. But a lot of content creators that have pigeonholed themselves and have based their lives around their income, obviously, as you do, they can't flick around as much. So yeah, a lot of people would love to get away from FIFA, but FIFA also massively pays the bills. And that's just the profitability side of it. A lot of people will enjoy the FIFA. A lot of people, the FIFA, sound like one of those. Yes, I enjoy the FIFA.
Those FIFA things.
I like the FIFAs. So they enjoy the FIFA. But the thing with anything is, though, is no video game is perfect, and sports games were never really meant to be overly analyzed to the area that they are now. But that's the world we live in. We super analyze everything down to the nitty gritty detail, to the point where you don't play the game and figure out what's good for you anymore. Most people will go on and they'll find what the OP class is or what the OP players are to use, so they know exactly what they're going for. So your grind to find the best team or the best systems and formations is sped up because you're not just doing it on your own anymore, or you're not doing it buying the PlayStation magazine that comes out in 3 weeks' time. You're doing it by opening up your phone and watching your favorite FIFA YouTuber that says, okay, this is the formation, the manager, the system that you need to use. And everyone finds the meta super quickly. So FIFA will always have that. PES will always have that. And there will always be calls for one person going one way and someone going the other way. And then they'll realize that the grass isn't necessarily greener because that game is having the same problems that the other one is having, in the fact that you can never make the perfect football game. But it is what it is. Zelda's perfect, says Ads. Well, there you go. There you go. Play. Get yourself a football, drop it in Zelda. Job's a good one. FIFA or PES will never die because people always want a football game. Sadly, those two are the only realistic options. They only die when the devs stop making them. Tito Rocket Ball. People every year say FIFA looks shit and then go and buy it day one. Gamers are a fickle fucking bunch. And that's the thing, though. FIFA does not look shit. FIFA plays really, really well. But there are things there are real-world elements to it. You have to get used to playing it. You have to get used to the fact that other people are getting used to playing it, and probably no exploits and kick-off glitch equivalents and shit. So it's not just the game that you've got to contend with. You've got to contend with other people. But how do you program for human nature? Because human nature can change depending on your programming, and there's all sorts of shit that's difficult. But anyway, that's a whole different deep-ass conversation that we will put a pin in it. I'm disappointed that no one's typed it yet. So loot droop. Sorry, Ads. I think you mean loot drop. Hey, there you go. I added it in. But anyway, one final news article before we finish things up today. This one is just something nice and easy to finish up on. But Overwatch crossplay beta is live, and there's a new Ashe event too. This is written by Andy Chalk at PC Gamer. So if you are an Overwatch player, more content. More people, more players, it's all coming your way. So you can play with your console friends and earn some Ashe cosmetics at the same time. The Overwatch crossplay open beta announced earlier this month is live, meaning that players on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo can now group up and play together seamlessly. All you need to do is take part. All you need to do to take part is set up a Battle.net account, and if you're on PC, you already have one, and then link your console account to it. Full details on how the new crossplay system works is available at playoverwatch.com, but the good news for PC players is that everything we need to know is encapsulated in a single question. I play on PC. What do I need to do? Nothing. Keep enjoying Overwatch and welcome your new console friends by grouping up play matches. Ta-da! Simple enough, eh? Well, the crossplay kickoff comes alongside a new Overwatch event, Ashe's Deadlock Challenge, which offers Ashe and Bob theme rewards for playing games in quick play, competitive, and the arcade. Here's how it breaks down. Play 9 games, you get an icon. 18 games, get a spray. And 27 games, you get what you really came for, the epic Deadlock Ashe skin. You can also pick up a bunch more sprays by watching Twitch streamers in the Overwatch category between now and July the 5th. 2 hours of viewing gets you 1 spray. 2 more hours gets you 2 more sprays. And 2 hours on top of that will get you another 3 sprays. You'll need to have your Blizzard account linked to your Twitch account in order to receive the drops. Basically, shitloads of Overwatch content. Twitch drops plus crossplay and skins just for playing in-game. You love to see the content. Content, ladies and gentlemen. Free content. Nice. Big fan of Twitch drops. Big fan of Twitch drops. Obviously, we have used them and taken advantage of them before with the likes of Valorant in the past. But yeah, big fan of Twitch drops because that not only puts money in your pocket as a developer, yeah, we'll get more people playing the game with in-game content, nice. But Twitch drops, in theory, could line the pockets of your communities. So people that create your games, people that keep your game alive when you're not releasing fresh content, that keep streaming, that keep figuring out new custom games, that keep having community watch-alongs and so on like that. Twitch drops boost or has the potential to boost a Twitch channel's viewers, and I love to see that shit. So the fact that the crossplay is good, players can play together, nice. I mean, take note, PlayStation. More people want crossplay. Yeah. Don't stop this. New in-game cosmetics and then extra freebies for everyone else as well. Nice. Nice, but that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of The Scoop. How are we doing time-wise? We're good. We're good today. It's going to be less than an hour show. You love to see it. You love to see it. But yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of The Scoop. This is Scoop number 3 of this week. There's still 2 more. We do it Monday to Friday, so obviously you've got Thursday and Friday to come. Do stick around in the channel, though. We may have finished early. That just means more time for D&D Dark Alliance. If you want to see that, Bibby will be jumping on straight after this. I will be jumping into the chat to watch along with you guys, so feel free to join in for some games. Before any of that, though, Mr. Bib, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, again, thank you very much for joining us for this episode of The Scoop today. We very much appreciate it. Jordan, for submitting the Avengers article. Appreciate it. I don't know if you were, but I appreciate it. But yeah, if you want to help shape our show, there is 2 ways you can do that. First of all, find us on social media at Scream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or get involved in our Discord. The links that you need will be in the description below if you're watching this on demand or listening to us on any of the podcast services that we put this show on. But all we need from you is the link plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will at what time tomorrow, Mr. Great Day?
Well, that will be at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m.-ish. 10 a.m.-ish. Ish. We'll get the issues in the chat. Yeah. We do go live at 10 a.m.-ish. We aim for 10 a.m., but it could be 10 a.m., it could be half 10, it could be half 11, as it was today. And then some. Because we work in the video games industry and we have to do the work stuff first. It just is what it is. But that means that we massively appreciate you. The fact that you don't even know when we're going to go live, and still you guys are turning up, dropping subs, dropping hosts, and all of the rest in the chat means an absolute shitload. So we appreciate you.
Massive shaggers.
Yeah, absolutely. So do stick around. Come back for D&D Dark Alliance. Bib will bring you some Dark Alliances.
Yes, I will.
Anyway, on that bombshell, have a great day. I will be back in the chat, as mentioned, for the D&D streams, but I will be back on the stream tomorrow. So from me, have yourself a good day. Maybe we'll see you soon. But either way, stay frosty.
Stay frosty.